I didn't really get serious into church until probably late middle school when I really started focusing on God. Pretty much like life started getting hard as far as temptation and sinning and stuff like that my freshman and sophomore year in high school. That's just how it was. I was introduced to new things, alcohol, drugs. Started getting more interested in girls than I was. I still call myself a strong Christian, but I got like a more serious girlfriend than I had in the past. And of course there was problems with like sexual sin and stuff like that. And then from there, that just kind of opened a gateway for me, I guess. It started out with just fooling around with my girlfriend, and then it got into sex, and then it got into alcohol, and then it got into marijuana. It just, like I started out, okay, I'll do this small sin, and that's fine as long as I don't go any further. And of course, I kept telling myself that until eventually I sat down and looked at my life, and it wasn't anything near what it should have been. And it was going to parties every weekend, smoking weed every weekend, getting drunk every weekend, having sex with girls every weekend. It was just not where I would have saw myself a year ago. All kind of relationships changed. I wasn't close with my friends as I had been. My relationship with my girlfriend deteriorated. Even like home life, my parents, I resented them. I didn't like to be around them. I didn't like to talk to them. And even as far as my little brother, I started setting a very bad example for him. Being labeled as the partier guy that still goes to church on Wednesdays, really like a lot of guilt was associated with that. And I felt bad about it. And like I'll be having fun partying Saturday night, and then Sunday night I'll be feeling like a dirtbag and repenting for my sins alone. It would be like a Thursday or Wednesday, and I would be like, okay, Jacob, don't smoke weed this weekend, or don't get drunk this weekend. Like I was like, you can't do that. God doesn't want you to do that. That's not what you should do. And then it'd come around and it'd be like, oh, well, I'll do it this weekend, and then God will forgive me, and I won't do it next weekend. I thought, hey, I'm in high school, I can do whatever I want, and then maybe when I get older, I'll become a Christian again, and I'll start living for God again, but right now I'm gonna do what I want. The guilt from that was pretty bad, and the guilt from that sometimes still is really bad. A lot of temptations are keeping me from completely handing my life over to God, because even though I know that smoking weed or drinking alcohol or having sex isn't what I should be doing and is really sinful, it's like those are things that for a long time I enjoyed. And still, even though they're sinful, I enjoy those things. And that's really like, it's really, really hard for me, and something that I think I'll be struggling with, hopefully for not too much longer, but as of right now, it's still hard.